morning. No, nobody's here just yet. I'm waiting for everyone to wake up. Fred, honey! Good morning. Uh-oh, hang on. I'm pixelating, so I need to change. What did I do? Ah, yes, yesterday I went... Oh, wait a minute. Now, maybe it's going to behave itself today. I might have to take my glasses off. I noticed the flashing from my glasses yesterday was terrible. Oh yes, afternoon, Fred. It is afternoon there, isn't it? I hope it's a good afternoon, not too windy. You're not windy today, are you? Oh, cup of tea. Just perfect. I moved that light thinking it would... The glare, not the flare. Ah, very bad connection, okay. No wind today. Well, that's good. It can get tad uncomfortable. Okay, I'm going to change because, of course, we're getting that same issue today. So I'm going to change to cellular data. And I must remember to turn off the Wi-Fi too, because I think that was cool. Okay, we're on cellular data, folks. So hopefully we won't have this issue of going off, because I noticed yesterday when I went to cellular data, we were okay. It's just my Wi-Fi that I need a booster, and I need to get the... We have a booster. It's plugged in, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay, Anne, are you with us this morning yet? Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Hello. Choo. Fred, are you back? No, kitty. Oh. Don't walk over everything, please. No. Nope. Nope. You were playing on it yesterday. Yeah, no one else is here. Well, that's okay. I changed to cellular data again because I noticed yesterday we were doing better when I was using just cellular data. So there's no... Listen, young man. Somebody's insisting on coming and saying hello. Yes, hello. I love you too. So, we dashed out yesterday. Of course, dashing out, it takes an hour for me to get out of the house. With everything that we have to get together to get out of the house. So, I didn't switch my laptop off, which is not something I don't normally do. I normally switch my laptop off. But we didn't do that. I didn't do that yesterday. Because I was trying to get out of the house. So, and my laptop switches off after a certain length of time anyway. I'm trying to get comfy here. Okay, right back up. So, I come home and I turn my laptop back on because it done its switch itself off thing. Because there was no, I wasn't using it. Only to find that the orientation was sideways on my screen. It took me a while to figure out how to change that. But have you tried to use a mouse? Have you ever set your orientation to portrait instead of landscape? And then tried to use the mouse? It's a totally different ball game. Completely different ball game. You can't go side to side. Like you have to kind of like jump it. It was really weird. It was really weird. But I have a sneaking suspicion that a little young gentleman here had been walking around on my laptop yesterday while I was out. At least I'm hoping that's what it was. What are you doing? Where are you going? You climbing a mountain? You exploring? He says, I don't want my morning spot here. I don't want my cuddle spot. What you doing? Oh, I love you too. No, they don't want to see your bottom. Oh, Lord. Okay, settle down now. That's it. Good boy. He's found a spot to snuggle down. So, Anne, did you join us this morning yet? Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Sandra. Good morning, honey. Good morning. I wasn't like this like 10 minutes ago. I was walking down the hallway going, I need a cup of tea. Good morning. Well, I'm hoping that Anne can join us. She's homebound. Literally homebound. It's been, I think, 2 years or more since she was able to get. Oh, you're in the. I need coffee. You just filled your cup. Oh, good girl. Get that first cup of coffee. I got tea. I like tea first thing on my mind. Well, occasionally I change it up and I like to have a cup of coffee. Yes, that's the word, coffee, that I was looking for. So I sent an invitation out. Posted this to Facebook. You only drink tea, Fred? Well, right now I go through phases of liking, I drink only coffee and then I'll drink only tea. And it's so funny because a lot of people don't realize that tea actually has more caffeine in it than coffee does. So, I'm still getting that nice caffeine. Well, actually, it doesn't affect me. I've been drinking caffeinated things like tea and coffee since I was 12, I think. Yep, Sandra. Regular tea. Even green tea, I think, has caffeine in it, but I don't know the amount of caffeine in green tea. But I do know that your regular teas, has more caffeine in it than coffee. So yeah, maybe you should switch to tea. That's probably why I switched to tea too. I needed a bit more pep to get up and go. So I invited a couple of people through Messenger. One of them is my friend Brenda, who had a double lung transplant. She's been in ICU for 2 months right now. They moved her out last week into a more independent floor in the hospital. So she's actually doing much better there. She has a nice room now, so her hubby is able to, and some family is able to stay with her. In the ICU unit, her poor hubby had to go and sleep in the chapel on one of the pews. Ugh. I don't know why hospitals do things like that. Anyway, so I invited her. Yes, she will. She'll continue. She was very, very sick when she, got her transplant. And the sicker a person is when they get a transplant, the longer it takes them to recover. Is the rule of thumb. But she's a very sweet lady. She's very strong, a lot stronger than she realizes. The other person I invited is a friend of mine called Mr. Q, who is also a really sweet guy. I've known him for years, since G plus. So I'm hoping that even if they don't talk, if they don't chat, that they will, watch. And another young lady, well, I'm saying young lady, I call myself young lady sometimes. Another lady called Cindy, and she is homebound too, and very sick. So I'm hoping that they're able to come and watch, and I see there's 4 people watching right now. So if you're watching by using a cell phone and you have it in landscape mode, you'll find that there's nowhere to type. Now if you turn it into portrait mode, landscape mode is that way, portrait mode is that way, you'll get a small picture at the top, and if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can hit live chat, and then you'll see there's a space there for you to type a message. So if you want to join in the conversation and you want to type, you can do by doing it that way. If not, that's okay. It's okay, that's fine. You can sit and watch and just enjoy, or not enjoy, or just so, but well, I was hoping Anne would make it this morning. My lips haven't quite woken up yet, neither has my tongue. I have started a little bit earlier than I started yesterday, so hopefully in a little bit Anne will come and join us. Fred, so far the last 2 years, 4 cancer scares, oh my gosh. Fred, emphysema, acid reflux. Now, Fred, I have to tell you something. Why refuse contrast? Why refuse contrast? Is my question. Are you allergic to it? Because if you're not allergic to it, then there should be no problem with the contrast. I've had so many MRIs and CT scans with contrast. I should be glowing in the dark, but I don't. I don't glow in the dark. Would be nice, then I could see where I was going. You just don't fancy it. Well, might be worth it. Well, yeah, I get that. I hate hospitals too. But unfortunately, they're an evil necessity. Well, not an evil necessity. I mean, there are some wonderful hospitals. There are some wonderful people. I'm trying to read your other thing, but this light's a bit bright. So it's not the light that's bright, June. It's that you're blind, you can't see. Okay. Did you know that acid reflux can actually flush into your lungs and cause damage in your lungs? Yeah, I know. The National Health Service is a real mess there, Fred. I've had a lot of people tell me about that. They do have open MRIs. Don't they have those over in the UK yet? Please don't tell me they're so far behind that they don't have open MRI machines. And I mean, it's just like lying on a bed with I mean, it's completely open. You can stick your arms out if you want to, and your legs out. Okay, yeah, acid reflux can cause damage in your lungs, just so you know, because it can actually backflush. Your liver problems, gallstones, geographic tongue. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Common bowel from we go is 11 millimeters. Oh. Actually, no, Fred. No, no. I thought that too. But, having been part of, that's interesting. You lost loads of weight, but then in the last 3 months it's got better, and now you can eat anything and put on loads of weight. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder if you had gallstones that was stuck, and somehow because your the duct is large. I wonder if it's because there's gallstones there, but somehow they've encased in scar tissue, but it's left enough space opened up for you to be able to help digest food. 2 years ago they sent you to because you lost weight, and that's when all your problems started. Well, you probably had problems already, but you just weren't aware of them. It's amazing when you're not aware of what's going on. Often you don't feel it, or you don't take notice of the symptoms. They just you just coexist with them, and especially when everything starts a little bit at a time or slowly, you get used to them, and they just become part of your life. When you stop smoking, or when you stop smoking. Yes, the nicotine gum can cause acid reflux, and so can nicotine. So yeah, that probably could cause that probably was what causing your acid reflux, and it's probably why you weren't I think 7 years ago, and I kept saying to my wife, you were probably right. You are probably right. Did they tell you what stage emphysema you're at? Not that really makes any difference. But you feel fine and passed all the tests so far. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, because obviously it's working for you, Fred. Hopefully you stopped smoking, soon enough that you can slow the damage down in your lungs. Because they have found that although it's not curable, it can be the process can be slowed down. Congratulations! Congratulations there, Fred. That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. Oh. I'm having trouble with my stomach this morning. Well, actually, it started yesterday. I had some wonderful days without any pain in my stomach. And then I fell asleep yesterday and I sat up and I kind of flopped over, so it squished up my stomach, and it's been shouting at me ever since. Don't do that! I said, okay. Emphysema changes, they said. Emma, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. Welcome. But told people have that one. Well, it depends. It depends, because there are more things that cause emphysema than smoking. And a lot of people don't realize that. Working in an industrial environment can cause emphysema. Working in, near coal dust can cause emphysema. Working, in ceramics with clay can cause emphysema. If you go, burn fuel, fossil fuel, and, if you have a fireplace, or if you have a lot of fires outside and you're, breathing that smoke in, that can cause emphysema. There's so many things that can cause emphysema that people don't realize. Household products can cause emphysema. So you have to be careful. I mean, we don't realize just how much we abuse our lungs. And until we have a problem, and then we start thinking, okay, now, wait a minute. Like, what was I doing? I mean, I can remember when we used to use that, I think it's still around, I'm not sure, because I haven't used it in a long time, but that oven cleaner that you used to spray in the oven, and then you used to, it used to foam up, and then you'd let it sit. Well, we're there with our heads nearly in the oven, spraying this cleaner and breathing it in at the same time. I mean, that stuff is caustic. Yeah, good for you. You're welcome, Fred. You're welcome. But I'm glad to know that you've done research and you've been learning a lot. And you know to be careful now. And I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm so proud of you for stopping smoking. Congratulations. Good morning, Emma. Do you have a cup of tea or coffee? Yes, those shower cleaners, Sandra. You cover your nose and mouth. Good girl. Good for you. You see, I did house cleaning for many years too, and I was dashing at it. I was like they used to call me the white tornado, because I was that fast doing the house cleaning, and I used to go around and I'd spray everything that needed to be sprayed, and then I'd go, because us women, our world's worst enemy when it comes to cleaning, because we spray and then wipe and expect it to do its job, like, cut into the dirt and the grunt and everything. But that's not how it works. You have to spray it and leave it sit for a few minutes. And then when you do the wipe that they do on TV, then you'll see how nice and clean that it comes. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Isn't it? I mean, we put it on and we're like, why isn't it cleaning? Why isn't it cleaning? And it's because you gotta let it sit and do its work. You got those little magic bubbles, running around doing whatever it does, and break it all down and what have you. So I used to go running around. Ain't nobody got time to wait. No, that's true. Well, that's why I got into the routine of I would spray the stuff. Yeah, I can't stand the smell of that. I mean, my husband keeps every once in a while, he I think he either forgets. Well, I don't know. He can't forget, but I think it just kind of like over his head for a minute or two, and he'll buy air freshener that has that smell. And it's like, why are you doing that? We have essential oils. You know, I have dehydrated. Okay, wait a minute. My brain's gone dead. Orange peel. I have dehydrated orange peel. All I have to do is put some of that in some, in the potpourri simmer thingy. And that helps to, and I mean, it's not like our house actually smells, because it doesn't. Even though we've got 3 cats and a dog, our house doesn't smell. Now, occasionally, yes, when there's rotten vegetables in the trash, and that's it. I can't stand that, and I think, because we have so many steps to go out and we have raccoons and what have you that visit our trash can, he would rather sit in the house, and it's like, no, get it out, or if you have very bad wind. That is so true, depending on what you eat. Depending on what you eat. Oh, dear me. Which reminds me, but I won't say anything because I don't want to embarrass my sister. But sprouts, yeah, Brussels sprouts. Oh my goodness. Yes, and Brussels sprouts is a staple in the UK. Or I don't know if it is now, but it used to be a staple in the UK for family gatherings. You need the extra warmth. It does provide extra warmth. That's funny. Yeah, there's that warm little, yeah, that warm little bubble, warm little blast. Yeah. Do you know, I was surprised at how expensive Brussels sprouts are over here, and don't ask me how much they are. Maybe Sandra can say, but when we went shopping, there was a little packet like this of Brussels, and they call them Brussels sprouts over here. We call them sprouts in the UK. And there was a little packet like this, and it was like $3.99. I'm like, what? For sprout? Are you kidding me? Well, I was hoping that Anne would be able to join us, but she hasn't. So we're going to do a bit of the move to wake up. And if there's anyone out there that's thinking this is going to be some serious exercise stuff, it ain't. That's not what we're about. We're just going to have a little bit of fun. Faye, honey, good morning. Good morning. It's lovely to see you. Yeah, Anne had lost her Wi-Fi yesterday, and I was hoping that she would have had a problem sorted out. Good morning, Faye. Hello. It's so good to see you. Good to see. Oh, so sweet. So we're gonna do some wake up and move. Wake up and move, and I've chosen. Oops, nope, wrong thing. Okay, so I've chosen. It's called. Well, actually, no. It's classified as hip hop and bright. To family. Good morning. Oh my gosh. Hello. Big hugs for everybody now. Oh, good morning. nearly lost my breath. One of these days I'm going to be giving a lot of people a real big hug. So we're going to do a bit of a move and wake up bit this morning. And we're using the audio library from YouTube. And I've chosen one called New Tires. New Tires. Oh, thank you. You always put a big smile on my face too. And you make my heart go, oh, big and fluffy. And it is by Silent Partners, which I thought was kind of neat. Anyway, so we're gonna do a bit of moving. And you don't have to get up. Come on, play. Well, it would help if the darn thing would play, wouldn't it? Urgh! Okay, it's not. Well, maybe we won't. Come on. Can you hear it? Okay. Get comfy. And we're just going to move some shoulders. And you're going to bop a little bit in your chair or your bed. And you're going to twiddle your feet around. And your hands. And you're going to sway a little bit. And just move. And you don't have to do anything to get yourself out of breath. We're just going to do it nice and gentle like. And like I said, this is not one of those serious exercise things. It's just to get awake and feel the day. Now I wish Anne was here. Okay, roll your shoulders, get those relaxed. I need to do that more often. Only trouble with these things is they repeat themselves too many times. And should be stopping in a minute. There we go. That's it. Now, that should get the blood moving. That should get your heart pumping. You should be springing out of bed right now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stay right where I am because it's nice and warm. It's cold here, too, family. I don't know how cold. I just know it's cold. I just know it's cold. Because we have the heat on 70 degrees. Oh, yep, we've had some very cold weather here. And it's not usual that we have the heat on at 70 degrees, but we've had to because it's been that cold. It's 10 degrees there, Faye. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yes, it's yeah, we need to keep passing the sprouts around. The Brussels sprouts. Get the way warmed up. Come on, Wendy. On that picture, it's -1. They closed the schools last night. Wow. Fred, do they still close school? Do they close schools in the UK? I know they didn't when I was there. Wow. Isaac, good morning, honey. Hello. It's so good to see you. I hope you got your cuppa. I hope you've got your cuppa. Good morning, Emma. Doing good here. We're all doing good. So, Fred. Yeah, I'm still in bed. Well, right now this morning I'm still sat in bed actually right now. I'm lucky I have a hospital bed, so the certain bits move on it. I can get very comfortable. So right now we're just trying to wake up. Early morning. Today, I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. The morning feeding chores, oh my gosh. How long does that take you in the morning to feed the animals? Uh-uh. Okay, we're getting a slow connection. There's 7 people out there. Good morning, level 7 people. It's nice to see you. I'll take my glasses off. It keeps flashing, doesn't it? I need glasses to be able to read. Okay. Actually, I need glasses too for distance and back, but I don't. I opted for the cheetah ones from. Actually, these are really neat. I've used these. I got these. Where did I get these from? Ace Hardware. They had them at the front desk, and they close down like that. And it doesn't matter which way you twist these. You can still look and see through them, because there's no backwards way. They somehow done the lenses, made the lenses so that when you put them on, you can still see, no matter which way you twiddle the legs or the things or what have you. Yeah, are they neat? And the one thing that I like about them is that they're the way this is, you can actually put them so they're down towards the end of your nose, so that you can actually look over the top of them and yet still see when you need to read. Yeah, they are cool. Like I said, Ace Hardware, they had them at the front desk, at the cashier's desk. You don't have chickens, but you have quail and dogs right now. It takes about an hour because you prep the food for the dogs from scratch. That's good. Yes, I am comfy, thank you. I did have to put a foam mattress topper on top of this hospital bed mattress, because it's very much like a rock. Yeah, I was really surprised, when I saw them. I mean, I just, they were $20. They were $20. And trust me, they're worth it, because I love it. I mean, you can just flip them down like that. The tiny, the flat. Now, you can pay a little bit extra for the case. And well, you can imagine the size of the case. It's not that very big. And then you just, I mean, I have a pocket on the side of my bag, and I just slide them in there. They haven't, touch wood, got scratched yet, which I'm really surprised at. So I'm really happy about that, because normally I end up having scratched glasses. I even paid when I was wearing glasses, you know, for far, middle, and close. I paid for the anti-scratch lens, and within 2 days they got scratched. It's like, excuse me, these are supposed to be anti-scratch lenses. How come they scratched? I've even fallen asleep with them on, or taken them off and fallen asleep with them on the bed. And because of the way they move, I mean, they haven't gone out of shape or nothing. I'm really quite. The only thing is, I wish they had the bridge in the middle, so it didn't matter whether you got it this way up or this way up. So yeah, Ace Hardware. The memory foam pad. Okay. All right. So the memory. Tessie, good morning, honey. Good morning. It's so good to see you. Yes. I don't need to tell Tessie to wake up and move, because she's woke up and moved. She's probably been doing stuff just like Eyes in My Heart. She's been busy up and doing. Some of us just take a little bit longer to get going on the morning. Oh, thank you so much, Tessie. You're all looking beautiful to me too. I can see these beautiful hearts and these beautiful souls. Thank you. So, hey, Fred, are you still there? You're surrounded by women now. Wonderful, amazing women with fantastic, big hearts and beautiful souls. And Fred has his own business. He works at home. Yes, that's true. There he is. Hi, Fred. Glad you're taking a break. Data. Oh, stop. I'm not using up. I've got 9 gigs of data, which is supposed to be unlimited. So why 9 gigs? I don't know, but anywho. -14 in Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh. Since when did it start going that cold? Yeah, it would be nice to have a big pocketbook. Show me. Well, I figured you said pocketbook. It took me a minute. I was like, pocketbook? Okay, pocketbook. Wow. Wow, you're doing better than you see. People think that it's cold and it's chilly and miserable over in the UK, and it just isn't, is it, Fred? It's just not like that. You're gonna feed the chickens soon? Oh my gosh. How are the chickens handling this cold weather in PA? Oh, you're in the PA too? Oh, wow. You've got a heat wave face. 14. Oh, gosh, that's so funny. Oh, oh. It's funny, isn't it? We get a few degrees warmer and we're absolutely like ecstatic. We're ready to put our shorts on. It's warm. Poor Sandra, she's suffering with wind. She's eating too many Brussels sprouts. She's gonna get me. It sure does, doesn't it, Fred? It makes everything bad. Okay, for those that don't know, we started laughing about this yesterday. In the UK, here in the States, what we're laughing about is in the UK when we say wind. Well, that has two meanings. It can mean the wind outside, the wind blowing, Mother Nature and what have you, or wind, what you over in what we call in the States is called gas. So that's why we're kind of laughing, because there's two meanings to the word wind here right now. One is nature and the other is man-made. I like his hat. His stinky farts. Oh my gosh. Oh dear me. The things we talk about. Anyone would think we were kids. I mean, kids get such a laugh and such a rise out of something like this. Oh. Wow! I hope that Eyes and Tessie, I hope you two can get to meet. I mean, 2.5 hours. If you both went, if you met halfway, that would be just over half an hour, over an hour. That is so really cool. Nature sends gentle winds and man sends strong winds. Oh, Sandra. Oh, God. Oh, that's a good one. You're a bit too quick for me this morning, Sandra. I'm going to have to remember that one. That would make a great saying on a t-shirt. Yeah, it is a small world. It really is a small world. That's right, Ice. You're moving to Missouri in 4 weeks. Well, you know what? We should see if we can meet halfway once you get settled, or semi-settled, or near enough settled, or whatever. I mean, I wish I could come and help you. Oh man, that would be wonderful. But I can't. I'm sorry. Don't do that. You can't. Uh-oh, coffee's kicking in. Sandra's brain is waking up. That's right, you're moving to Missouri soon. For some reason I was thinking it was spring. But it's not spring. Oh, Bucka! Yeah. Oh my gosh. Everybody say good morning to old Bucka. It would be nice. It would be nice. I keep thinking that Because there's so many people out there, but I don't know if the, I was going to say if the right people, but the right people does. All right, Sandra, we'll chat again. I should be here tomorrow. So, yes, Tessie cracks me up too. She cracks me up too. She really does. Yeah, please do, guys. Please keep me updated so I can. Oh man, why was I thinking it was spring? 'Cause I was wishing. I was wishful thinking. That's what it is. So Tessie, if you want to meet Eyes, you're gonna have to hook it up within the next 4 weeks. Get moving, girl. Well, yes, it is smart for people, but I can't say anything because we moved. We moved just before Thanksgiving, about 15, 16 years ago. Sam! Good afternoon, honey! Hello, Sam! Oh my gosh! We haven't chatted in an age. It's so good to see you. My arse is up. Really, it is up. The arse end of my bed is up. But yeah, spring is. When we moved, it snowed. I mean, there was a lot of snow. Thank you. They're nice and warm. The comfy. The ice is soft. They wash easy too. Yeah, I know. I don't know, Sam. I don't know, Sam. We're getting minus digits right now over here. It's just ugh. Well, I don't know. I don't even know if that's gonna happen, Sam. I can't fly. Um, I'm still working on being listed with a transplant hospital. All right, old mucker. We'll see you back in 10 minutes. So, yep, you're gonna have to come and see. You're gonna have to come and see. The UK. Yorkshire. I haven't been back there in 30 plus years. I haven't been back. So there was always the intention of going back. No, Sam, no. We've been going for a little bit. And it's just this time of the morning people come and go. They stop in to say good morning. I mean, we've already done our exercises. And no, they're not serious exercises. Oh, that is wonderful. No, nobody thinks you're picking on me, honey. Nobody thinks you're picking on me, honest. The nice people's in here. The nice people's in here. We don't have any peoples. But yeah, Sam. All right, honey. Tell her I said good morning. Sam is really sweet and straight to the point and direct, and a lot of people don't understand that you'll still be there. All right. Oh, God, so she's going to be listening. Jeez. Can't say anything about her now. She's, the way we British people communicate is kind of a bit different to the way, Americans communicate. I mean, we can be sarcastic to the point of being very sarcastic with each other and still laugh and joke about it. Some people just don't understand it. There's another girl that I talked to on YouTube. I should have sent her a message. I'll send her a message tomorrow. It's called Bad Pom. She has a channel here on YouTube, and she's a Brit, and she's living in New Zealand. And her and I were having, the usual banter, like Sam and I, on her channel. And somebody wanted to know why we were how could we be friends and be so mean to each other? And he's like, we're not being mean. Oh, thank you so much. Talking of seeds, we went to. My mouth got stuck a minute there. We went to the big city thrift store, and the only complaint I have. Hi, Amy. The only complaint I have is that why can't thrift stores arrange their books in some sort of cooking books here, gardening books here, and other books here, and children's books way over there, but no, everything was mixed in with everything. And when you're trying to read all these titles, and especially with a brain like mine that kind of flits everywhere but where it should be, oh man, and plus I'm dyslexic, so it takes me longer to read a title of a book. I mean, this lady's walking along and she's going, pulling a book. And I'm like, how the heck do you do that? So anyway, I did find, and let me show you. Yeah, like that. Let me show you what I found. Oh. Go back in there. Okay. Oh. I need to lower this bed a little bit. Yeah, you'll get dizzy too. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one, Faye. Okay. Brand new. Never used. The complete book of essential oils and aromatherapy. My mum had bought me this years ago, and of course this is one of the ones that was stolen. 99 cents. 99 cents. And it's absolutely amazing. Then, now I'm saving the best thing to last. Then I got oddball ointments, powerful potions, and fabulous folk remedies. A hardback book. Again, never used. You can tell by the by the, by the 99 cents. 99 cents. But the great one was the Gardener's Journal and Record Book. Now, I had one similar to this, but it was smaller, and it was a spiral-bound book, and it had more pages to it, but that's no biggie. I mean, I can always, put my own. 99 cents again. 99 cents again, and wasn't used. I'm like, yes! My hubby's like, can we go now? Can we go now? Can we go now? Can we go now? I'm like, no, we can't. As soon as we walked through the door, he's like, and it was his idea to go. No, eyes, it's all right. You can always ask. You can ask anything. Where's the pooch? The pooch is sleeping downstairs with Pappy. She goes for her snuggles. She has her time off, and she goes and snuggles with him. I'm actually working on a video. Lazy ass. Yeah. Yeah, I know. So but I was gonna get ready to. Well, I'm not gonna say nothing. But what was that? Oh, I'm working on a video. Yeah, I'll hold up the essential oil book. I'm working on a video of hubby explaining to Annie. Well, that's true. At least now I can laugh without constantly, gosh, at one point I couldn't even crack a smile without laughing and choking. But okay, I shall look that up, eyes of my heart. But yeah, don't be afraid of making suggestions or asking questions. I quite happily accept suggestions and answer questions if I can answer them. You're welcome, Tessie. Well, that's true. I mean, trying to keep a straight face when Sam's around is just not possible. Amy! Good morning! Yep, all she has to do is look in the mirror. Hello, Amy. Good morning, honey. We've already done our exercise and to move, and we're right good here. We do exercises early on the morning to get us woken up. Not we ladies, the ones that were here earlier, and Sam. It's not anything serious. It's just a bit of moving, a bit of bop, the music. Well, on a serious note, Sam. Yeah, I do realise that's your Amy, honey. Thank you for prompting me. I do realise that. Yeah, I do know that's your Amy. I just lost an uncle to pneumonia. And I was talking to my mum on Skype, and I said to her, I hope you've had your pneumonia shot. And she said, what? I said, I hope you've had your pneumonia shot. Oh, Faye. It's about to get windy at Faye's place. 2-year-old granddaughter's got here. Yes, they are very windy. Thank you, Tessie. Thank you, honey. I think he knew that he was dying because when they got him, my mom was saying that when they got him to the hospital, hi, old mucker, welcome back, honey. When they got him to the hospital, they're giving the wrong flu shots. Oh my gosh. There's 2 flu shots, Sam. There's one that is a general one, and it's for all the common flus, and you only have to have that once every so many years. And then there's the second flu shot that you have to have each year, and that's for the one that's made for the flus that are most virulent that time for that strain. Right. That's why there's two flu shots now. There's one for your basic run of the mill flus that are around, on a popular basis. And then there's the other one that I love you too, Tessie. Thank you for stopping in, and have a good day, honey. Bye. And you only get 1 flu shot. See, now they've just started doing the 2 flu shot thing here. Don't like pricks saying, I know that, I know that. That can be taken the wrong way. No. So they do I'm repeating myself here because I keep losing my train of thought. They do the general run-of-the-mill flu vaccination, and then they have the other vaccination that they develop each year for the particular strains that are a bit more virulent. And then in the long run, hope that there's no other strain that pops up within that period of time. There's a pneumonia shot now that they have. They used to have to give you the pneumonia shot once a year, but now there's a pneumonia shot again that's the same as the new flu shot. The pneumonia shot you get once, and that's for, I think he said it was a lifetime, and you only get a booster every so often. So, and it's boobies. Oh dear me. All right, Faye, you enjoy yourself and give your granddaughter a big, huge hug from all of us. And it's so good to see you, honey, and I'm glad you... Please say wanker. Yeah, wanker. And I'm so happy that your granddaughter's over for the day. They always bring a smile. They're exhausting, but they always bring a smile. You can give them back at the end of the day, too, after you've spoilt them like crazy. The Aussie flu is there right now? You mean you've got lots of Aussies flying over there? Big hugs, honey. Well, that's true. Yankers can't say it. No, wankers can't say it. I don't know why they can't say it. I guess it's because of their accent. I guess it's because of their accent. You're on red alert over there for it? Oh gosh. Yeah, there are big warnings over here about the flu. No, they can't. That's true. My mom used to play heck with me. When I was with my ex, I got to a point where I would swear an awful lot because I was that angry. That there was nothing like F you that really would explain how I was feeling. So, but now my mom does a sailor proud with her mouth at times. It's terrible. It really is. I mean, the virus is. Yeah, I know. It's in you. Come on, June. Relax your shoulders down. The one thing with airplanes, with travel now is anybody can get on a plane and not even know that they're carrying something nasty. Um, it's kind of scary. It really is. Doesn't bear thinking about. Can't think about it because if I think about it, then I'll be walking around all the time with a flipping mask on, and I'm not wearing a mask all the time. I do wear one when I go outside. I get this look from people, and then if I have to wear the trilogy when I'm walking around because I'm, losing my breath, and then people kind of stand 10 feet away from me, and it's like, okay, I've got this big mask on. I'm walking around. I'm an alien. We walk around with prayers on. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yes, I do, Fred. There's two Facebook pages. One my personal page and one about about me. It's called Jungle Fundraiser or something like that, because it's part and parcel. I'd set it up. Well, when I set it up, when I did set it up, I wanted it to be a place where everybody could see, go to see what fundraising has been going on and how we're doing with it and all that kind of stuff, and plus for updates for, and I must admit I've not been very good at posting updates. I need to do an update video. I've just got I hate to show you my room. But my room is better than what it was. But yeah, that's fine, Fred. That's fine. Anybody can add me. I just might not add you back or accept you. No, that's fine, Fred. Honestly. Um. So did I, Sam. I need a double lung transplant, eyes, and although we have private insurance, they don't pay for everything, and I just I was with Baylor, and I ended up in ICU, which was the first time I've been in ICU since 2015. So thank you, sweetie. But unfortunately, I brought on I brought on board the hospital pulmonologist, considering when anything goes wrong with me and we have to call 911, I go to the local hospital here. And I talked this over with my own pulmonologist in Kansas City. He thought that was a great idea. So did I. And I mean, and she did wonders for me. Yes, insurance does dictate everything, and the transplant hospitals, I don't know, a lungs, especially a double lungs, is one of the hardest transplant. Bobby, good morning, sweetie. It's good to see you. Hello. Double lung transplant, especially double lung transplant, is in high demand with a low availability. So they are very strict and very picky. Each transplant center, there's no set guidelines or set rules because each transplant center has something different. But there are some things that are set in stone. One of them is if you know, it is that you must have, if you don't have enough if you don't have the type of insurance or two insurances, so one can offset what the other insurance company doesn't pay for, then you have to have a viable, active fundraiser. Some of them will actually even tell you have to have X amount of money put aside just for the whole transplant thing and for the year or 2 year, post-transplant recovery. Because right now, no insurance company pays for anti-rejection drugs. And some of them can run to about $1,000 a month. It's scary. Yes. Yes. Oh. Wow. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to call you Heart, not Eyes. I like Heart. So you know about the insurance companies. And then the transplant centers, I mean, they really have you run through hoops too. Baylor called me 2 days before I was due to go back to Texas for a checkup. Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you. And denied me. So I have to start all over again. And there's a couple of issues I need to sort out before that I don't need. Well, there's only one that I really need to sort out, and that's I need to finish coming off morphine. I'm nearly off it, and I'm going to be changing pain clinics this year, very shortly, because I'm actually the one that's weaning myself off the morphine. They don't know how far down I've weaned myself off the morphine, but I'm to a point now where I need to have something done about the pain from my spine. Right now it's not too bad, but I can't stand long. I can't lay flat. And then, I have, major damage to my spine. Yes, the pain medication issues are absolutely unbelievable. They've now decided that they're going to, I had the pain clinic, the medical director, the owner of the pain clinic actually lie to me, because every once in a blue moon, That's true. And in order to be even considered for a double lung transplant, even for Baylor was the only transplant center that would talk to me while I was weaning and start the process while I was weaning off the morphine. But I guess I didn't do it in a quick enough amount of time, which I don't understand because I've been on narcotic pain medication for 30 plus years. I've been on morphine for 25 years. And the same level morphine too, because what I used to do was every so many months I would reduce it. I would reduce what I was taking so that I didn't have to keep, adding to it to get the same amount of pain control. Now I'm finding I have more pain than I had, before I started, and it's I'm nearly off it. I'm nearly off it now, Mandy. I've gone from 90 milligrams in a 24-hour period to 30 milligrams in a 24-hour period, and sometimes less than 30 milligrams in a 24-hour period. So far, I'm being lucky. I've had very little withdrawal problems. Now I know with the withdrawal pain, well, that's true. A lot of people do have to go through intense detox treatments. And I'm just thankful that I'm not one of them. I'm thankful that I've made it this far without by reducing down myself. I'm actually taking that little less than they're actually prescribing me. And I'm doing it that way so that I know I shouldn't do this, but there are days that I'm in tears because the pain is that bad, and rather than go to the hospital because of it, because I'm afraid of I don't know what the rules would be. I don't know how that would look on my record to a transplant center. If I'm in so much pain with my spine that I'm having to, and I have lupus as well, so I get a lot of joint pain and tendon pain, but that is the spine is the worst of it, and I'm afraid of how that would look on my record to a transplant center if they see that I've been going to the hospital because I'm in so much pain with my spine. I'm afraid that they're going to turn around and say, oh, well, her issues with her spine are too great. We're not going to touch her. Yeah. I mean, it's, I haven't mentioned that I have lupus neither. I know it's in my record, but it's in my record as mild, so I'm just leaving it at that because it is mild. Yo, what are we talking about? Yo! So, and especially since I haven't been going out, I'm not playing outside all the time because even though I had lupus, I used to play outside all the time, and that caused me problems. Luckily, well, I don't know, but I know my kidneys are fine. I know my liver's fine. Um, so I'm not really bringing it up. I'm not mentioning it. Yeah, I need the money. That's true. That's true. You see, and Mandy, that's another issue. I can't. I was wanting to try CBD, and I can't do that because CBD does have trace amounts of THC in them, and they are just trace amounts. You can get CBD oils that have. Sam, you're so funny. I got good shit. I got the good stuff. I got the goods. Um, but first of all, if I mean they don't normally check for CBD at the pain clinic, but if they decide to and they find any in my system, then well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to change pain clinics anyway. But the biggest issue is the transplant. The transplant center. The transplant center will not accept anyone that has been using anything like that. And they automatically check your system for something like that. So, I know, Sam, but you know what? You're amazing. You're absolutely an amazing young lady, and you're a lot stronger than you think you are because you've gone this long, and although you miss them, you still keep going. Yes, they do assume we are we're that by using something like that you are a druggie, and it also seems to me I know that they're using the premise that we need you off narcotic pain medications because the surgery itself for a transplant is so painful. Apparently, I was told by the transplant doctor it's a lot more painful than open heart surgery because open heart surgery they crack the bone and pull it and when they do the clamshell down here to do your lungs and they're cutting through more muscle and more nerves and all that kind of stuff. And apparently that causes a lot more pain than the open heart surgery does. Why they don't just crack you up and peel you open like they do for I mean it just seems to make more sense. It'd be easier to put the lungs in, I would imagine. But anyway, you see, tramadol does nothing for me, Sam. I tried tramadol, and it does absolutely nothing for me. Yeah, I know you do, sweetie. So the premise is that they need to give you adequate pain control, and if you're on any type of narcotic, it reduces the amount of pain control that they can give a patient before they get to a point of where it might arrest your respiratory system, your respiratory drive. Um, I'm amazed at the people in the pain clinic have as soon as they hear that I'm taking morphine and I have breathing problems. Doesn't it cause you problems with your breathing? No, it's helped my breathing. You know, when you get air hunger, yeah, when you get air hunger, they give you morphine to help you with the air hunger. It stops the air hunger. It was my pulmonologist, my first pulmonologist before he retired, that changed the way that I was taking the morphine because before I was on 2 immediate release and 2 extended release, and he changed it to 3 extended release, and which I found it, yeah, it relaxes the diaphragm, and it also relaxes the person. But I think the whole big thing is with the transplant people is, if they see that you're taking any kind of narcotic prior to the transplant, I think there's automatically that thing of, oh, addiction. You know, she really doesn't need it. But there's nothing to stop me from going back if I need to. I mean, I've had, the only thing I've never had done is epidural. That's the only thing I've not had. I've had root nerve blocks done. I've had surgery done. I've gone through physical therapy. I've done my own exercises. I've done Tai Chi. I've done it all that you're supposed to do before you even go on narcotics. And the reason why I ended up on narcotics is because none of it worked. So I just don't know. Yep. Yep. But I have to play the game to get listed, and I have to stay, off in order to, stay on the list. But there's nothing to stop me from, going back to what worked before all this. That is true, Sam. That's true. It does help with the breathing. It's like at the pain clinic. The medical director told me that it is against the law for him to write me a prescription for morphine if I take any amount of Xanax, no matter who it's prescribed by. Well, that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. And the reason he came up with that is because the two together can possibly arrest the respiratory drive and the central nervous system. But it's only if you take it in certain amounts. And if you take it on a regular basis. I only take the Xanax every once in a while when I have a sudden onset of not being able to breathe. It goes underneath my tongue while I'm doing the rescue treatment, trying not to let my body jump over into that, panic mode of I can't breathe. That's true. That's true. I asked him, Mandy, I said, so what am I supposed to do? There you go. So what am I supposed to do? And he said, when I have a sudden onset of not being able to breathe, and he said, talk to your pulmonologist. I said, well, my pulmonologist is not the one with the restrictions. You are. So what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to replace it with? And he said, look, I have my license to think about and my business to think about. And I was saying that, and I turned around and I look at my husband, and my husband looks at me like, what the You put your license and your business ahead of your patient? Not that I'm concerned about my patient's health and well-being. I'm concerned about my license and my business. And it's like, are you kidding me? So, yeah, this year I'm going to a different pain center. I'm going to this pain center that's the same location as my pulmonologist and my the surgeon that I'm going to be seeing, because there's some surgery that I do need to have. I mean, I would like to try and see if I can put it off, but I don't think I can. I have a rectal prolapse, and it's getting worse. And unfortunately, I can't have the original surgery that we were talking about doing, because I only have 16% lung function left. He's concerned about doing laparoscopic surgery because of the CO2. He's worried that I won't be able to come off the ventilator because my lung function is so low. So there's another type of surgery that they can do, but they'll have to do it with an epidural surgery. So, but we're still kind of talking about that. We haven't moved forward with that yet. So, and obviously I can't have surgery on my back. But you know what, Fred? I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. Because, when I get the coughing fits, it does make it very uncomfortable. It does cause a big problem. So it is possible. And I also have a hiatal hernia, which I think that they might fix if I get a double lung transplant. Yeah. It's amazing when you cough, and especially when you have a lot of, deep lung coughing. It's amazing how much problems it can cause. Thank you so much, Mandy, and I'll be seeing you around the circuit, and I can't wait to actually meet you sometime this year. That'll be so cool. That'll be so fun. You have a good day, honey. It's exciting. I keep playing with this idea of organizing an event here. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your friendship, and thank you for stopping by. Another beautiful soul. But can't wait. So, Sam, when are you getting your ass over here? Throw it back in your court. Fred, that is talking, the mention of menopause, that's another thing. I mean, no doctor has checked me. They've not checked my my hormones. And I'm sure I went through menopause at some point. Okay, Sam. Yeah, I get it. Talking of passports, I need to get a new one. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, let me know when that's gonna happen, Sam. Let me know. See, the thing is, Fred, when all that was happening, I was very, very sick anyway. With my lungs. I was on a lot of steroids. So, I don't know. I don't know exactly when it happened. I just know that something changed. Let's put it that way. I just know something changed. But I have no idea when exactly. Oh, you're going to travel up to see Russell? Oh, that is so cool. Did you hear that Russell, because something changed in the neighborhood? Yeah, it did. That's so true. Did you hear that with Russell? He was telling me about the stint in his neck. Yeah, did you hear? He was telling me about the stint in his neck because he had, for the artery in his neck, they put a stint in because it was blocking. No new one. They can't put a new one in. It's completely blocked. It is completely blocked. He needs to have bypass done. But of course, the government insurance is denying. Yeah. Well, no, the artery is completely blocked. So I said to him, I said, well, haven't they been checking the stint? Because they put it there like 7 years ago. And I said, haven't they been checking the stint? And he goes, no. And I said, well, what happened to the stint? He said, I don't know. So then it occurred to me there has been lawsuits. There is an ongoing lawsuit right now because there is a batch of stints that were faulty and have been disintegrating. So they're not doing the job of stopping blockage or, stopping whatever they're supposed to do. He's actually lucky that none of it went actually to his heart. None of the pieces, I don't know where the pieces are. I don't know whether it's disintegrated completely or if it's just broken up. But he is lucky. He didn't have the treatment originally they said he had. Yeah, he did. He had a stint put in. The stints are faulty. There's a batch of stints that are faulty. And I told him, and he just told me that he talked to his doctor, because I said to him, mention it to your doctor, because there is a lawsuit and your doctor will be able to tell you the batch number that your stint came from. And he was given one of the faulty stints. And that's why the artery is completely blocked, because the stint broke. Don't know where it's gone. He's lucky it's not either lodged in his heart or his lung. I mean, it could be, encased in all that stuff that's blocking the artery in his neck. So he is going to get in touch with the lawyer that's, part of this lawsuit. Because the lawsuit is compensation, and they'll have to pay for the surgery to have it, for him to have the bypass done. So that's where that's at. Yeah, I know. I've been worried too. Because when he told me, because he said, when he said that that they had put a stint in 7 years ago, I was like, well, wait a minute. Good. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. See, that's another thing. A lot of the times they give medications, but they don't cross-check with what you're already on. And sometimes the medications can conflict with each other. Because they weren't looking. We see that's just it. I think he has a case for medical malpractice too, because they should have been checking the stint. Apparently, they checked his heart. You know, they did a cardiocath done. They did a cardiocath, but they checked his heart, but they didn't go. They didn't think of going and checking the artery, the carotid in his neck. And that's where he has the blockage. And that's where they put the original stent that broke. Exactly. They should have been checking the stent from the minute they put it in. They should have been doing regular checks on it. They should have been doing regular Doppler, and they should have been doing regular ultrasound to check it, and any other imaging that they can do. And they didn't. And he didn't think, to ask about it. So it scares me. It scares me. Exactly, Sam. Exactly. He's continued to have problems since they put it in. I can imagine it is. I mean, he doesn't say that much to me, but I'm not stupid. So it's well, you have a way of getting people to talk. You talk to them. You're his therapist. I think he thinks. I think he doesn't say much to me because of what I'm going through. Oh, you? Yeah, you. Don't try that innocent shit with me. I think he doesn't say much to me because of what I'm going through. But, I'm not that delicate. I'm not that delicate. So, but, I told him he's given me a list of medications that he's on. And I'm going to check my books. And now I'll check my new one. In fact, this was one of the books that I was going to check, and I found it was missing. But now I've bought another one for 99 cents. Good morning, Lifesaver. Good morning. Welcome, honey. Hello. My gosh, it's 9:12. I should be getting off soon. I was only going to stay an hour. We already did our morning exercises, Lifesaver. Not that they're anything serious. Not that they're anything serious. I was hoping there's a lady called Anne. She's homebound. And she can't get to look out of the window. Yeah, that's true. I was getting ready to leave when you came on. Yes, it is your first time here, Lifesaver, and welcome, honey. I'm starting, I've been getting into this habit. I mean, I'm ready now to go back to sleep, but I'm trying not to. Welcome to the madhouse. Yeah, well, at least it's better than the doghouse. Um, Normally my hubby will be getting up soon and the dog will be going out, and then she likes to come back and have a snuggle with me because she's freezing, and so I end up, yep, true that, and I end up, snuggling down with the dog and then falling back asleep until 12ish, and it takes me a long time to get moving anyway, and for me to get my brain in gear. Not wrong with that. Well, that no, there isn't. No, you're right there. There's not wrong with that, except for there's things I want to get finished. There's things I want to get done and want to get finished. I'm in Kansas, and the Wicked Witch of the West is not here. She's back in the UK. Oh, I hope she's not watching. Oh God, I hope she's not watching. Anyway, so there's things that I want to get finished. But yeah, I am crazy. There's things I want to get finished, Sam. There's things kind of like, I'm coming. Be scared. I am scared. I'm scared. You're in Tennessee. Now that is somewhere I would love to visit. Tennessee. I have a couple of friends that live in Tennessee, and I would love to visit there. Because that's one place I haven't visited. I haven't been. Oh, Sam, I've got something to show you. You're going to go nuts when I show you, but it's too late because it's already done. It's been done for months, but let me show you something. Do you notice anything on the ceiling? Did you notice anything on the ceiling? You would have to be very. We would have to surround you. Oh, that thing there is the light fixture, but I'm talking about like there's no lumps or bumps or funky stuff on the ceiling anymore. Yeah, I scraped the ceiling. He's still up to stuff? Yeah, we would have to surround her and I wouldn't say tie her hands, but yeah, I scraped the ceiling. I did it months ago, so you can't shout at me for. I did it months ago. It took me about a week. It took me about a week to do that itty bitty ceiling. I know, but it had to be done. It had to be done. I keep looking up at the kitchen ceiling. Oh. I damaged my lungs. I had a ceramics and porcelain studio, and it doesn't affect everyone, but I already had bronchitis. I suffered with bronchitis as a child. I have lupus, which didn't help matters because with lupus your system is overactive. Um, and I have onset adult asthma. And those things considering, I had absolutely, and I didn't realize this at the time, but I had absolutely no business going and playing with clay and porcelain. And I had got myself a studio, and thank you. You're a retired respiratory therapist? Wow! Lee! Good morning, honey! Hi! Hello, Lee! Hello! Welcome! You're right. Well, you know what? I, I, if it wasn't for respiratory therapists, and especially the respiratory therapist here in the local hospital here, I wouldn't be sitting here now. My lungs were so full of gunk. It was just, I mean, if you see my earlier videos, which I really didn't know what I was doing, I mean, I was just hitting record. It was then at the time where you could record straight to YouTube, and I was just hitting record. And I really wasn't expecting anybody to watch them. To be honest with you, I was just putting them because I wanted to see, first of all, my pulmonologist would watch, a small portion of it, because it was a way of I wouldn't exactly say exactly how bad I was. I wouldn't exactly say how bad I was doing. I would just say, thank you, Lee. Thank you. I would just say that I was coughing badly, but I didn't tell him that the coughing badly was 24 hours a day. I now have 16% lung function left. So, and I have an oscillating vest now to help keep my lungs clear. I know, Sam. I know. I'm the world's worst for telling people, if you start questioning whether you need to go to the hospital or not, don't question it, just go. Or, call for an ambulance, because that's when you really need to go. I have a tendency of, suddenly go, 911! Yeah, she's 6,000 miles away. Yep. So, but I've learnt, sort of, not to wait so long, I mean, that time with you, Sam, I mean, that really caught me off guard. I was doing fine, and then it just kind of hit me out of the blue. Not right now, Lee. I was working with Baylor, Transplant Center, and unfortunately I ended up in hospital in June, in the ICU in June this year. And that was actually the first time since 2015 So I was doing really well, considering that, prior to that, I was in and out of hospital on a regular basis. Um, and the hospital pulmonologist, the local hospital pulmonologist, called Baylor up, and I don't know what was said, but within 2 days, when I was due back to go back to Baylor for a checkup, they called me and dropped me, denied me. So I have to start the process all over again. And right now the rule is, I've got from several transplant centers, that I have to finish coming off the morphine before they will even talk to me. So it's not an easy road to walk down. I know, Sam. At first I was hesitant to talk to you about and let you know, because I was worried about how you would feel because of what you went through with your mom. So, but I'm grateful that you were there. Thank you, and that you are still there. I mean, I know that I can hit you up on Skype if I need to. So, which I'm really grateful for. So, but yeah, the transplant centers, especially, I don't know for other transplants. I mean, my dad was waiting to go on the heart transplant list when he passed away. And that was over in the UK. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really do. But I do know, and I know that other organs and transplants are yeah, from Leeds, Fred. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. Um, I just paid a bill of nearly $700 to um to Baylor. And for what? You know, it's not like they really did anything for me. And maybe in some respects it's a good thing, because the surgeon that I was going to be under, we really didn't. I don't think that we. I mean, we didn't really go well together. Um, when I walked in, he didn't look me in the face. He didn't. When he spoke to me, he didn't look me in the face. He looked down at the floor. Um, he seemed to be had this rather annoyed attitude about him. He was asking me questions, and I was trying to answer the best I could. And at the time, I was having problems with my heart. I didn't know at the time that I had pulmonary hypertension. I was still that was still under investigation, through the cardiologist. Um, and I was having heart rates of 169, and he wanted me to go to pulmonary rehab. Well, I've talked to my main pulmonologist about this, and he said there's nothing to rehab, June. There's nothing to rehab. All you need to do is just go. All it is that they need to see that you're invested in your health, and in doing the work that they tell you that you have to do. And I said, well, yeah, I quite happily will go. But at this point, no rehab, no pulmonary rehabilitation center will take me because until my heart issue has got sorted out, I mean, nobody's going to put me on a flipping treadmill when I've got a heart rate of 169. I mean, I could barely walk as it was, and I was gasping for air when every time I started moving. So luckily we've got that sorted out now. So my heart rate has been slowed down. Everything has been slowed down. They're fobbing me off. No, they're not. They're not. It's true, Sam. I mean, if your pressure is too high, and a heart rate that high, it's just not doable. It's just not doable. Yeah, that's true. I'll sit and watch while you do the kicking. I'll sit and watch. Now, I'm going to be putting up soon a video of my exercise routine now. Yep. See, before I had problems, I always used to have a low blood pressure and a low heart rate. It doesn't help. Now, people with a lot of people, I won't say everyone, but a lot of people, I'll explain that later, Fred. A lot of people with lung problems do develop pulmonary hypertension. It's just part and parcel of it. But I was having heart problems before I had severe lung problems. Before I had any problems really with breathing, because although I had adult onset asthma, I was fine unless there were rodents around. And rodents set my asthma off. So I always knew if somebody had mice in their house when I walked in the house, because I would have an asthma attack. And it really wasn't a case of I can't breathe. It was a case of my airways would get itchy. My skin would get itchy. And I would have a slight cough. So I would use an aerosol and that would, calm all that down. But in 2000, I've had intermittent periods where my heart would just suddenly kick up and go crazy. And I've always had times where the only way I can explain it is like my heart was doing a somersault in my chest. But then it would calm back down again, and it would go back down to its normal low count and everything, and my blood pressure would be down. But then in 2001, I got up one morning and I couldn't walk a few steps without my heart feeling, yes, similar to palpitations, Lee. Why did the chat disconnect? It's similar to palpitations. It felt like my heart was pounding so hard. My heart was pounding so hard in 2001. I went into work. I was working in the kitchen, and the kitchen that I worked in didn't make too many things from scratch, and I was making 2 cakes from a box. And all you do is open the box, dump the stuff in a bowl, add water, add some eggs, and put it in the oven. Well, it took me 4 hours to make 2 of those because my heart was pounding so hard that it was really pain. It was difficult to move. And I remember I put the cakes in the oven and I leaned on the wall and I said, well, guys, I think when the cakes come out, I'll go home. And I remember one of them saying, that's a good idea. And then they said that I turned around and went, oh, shit, and hit the floor. So obviously something happened when I don't remember saying oh but the whole word never came out because I ended up on the floor. My blood pressure that day was 199 over 100. And I went to the doctors, and he did nothing. And he decided that I had suddenly developed that fainting problem when you get excited, which doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, we Brits are hard to kill, that's true. We're too stubborn. TJ! Welcome. Good morning, honey. Good morning. Oh, gosh. It's a beautiful day. The sun has started to come out. I've got all these beautiful souls in my room. It's just wonderful. It's a good day. Norma, honey. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, see, all these beautiful souls, and I was going to leave. Maybe I won't now. I'll stay a little bit longer. No, I don't. That's true, Norma. I don't give up. I mean, there are times where I might sit here and I say, I give up. I give in. I'm done. I give up. And there's the other part in my brain going, you're lying. You're lying. You ain't giving up. So, but yeah, the lung and the heart, it's all intertwined. So, but yeah, I had heart issues before I had, my severe lung issues like this. So, I don't know. I was put on in 2001, I was put on medication to slow my heart rate down and to bring my blood pressure down. And it hadn't been changed and hadn't been checked since then. It was only, at the beginning of this year that it was all checked again. And that's when they found it came up. Because I was originally, in 2001, I was sent to a rhythm specialist. So he was, I do remember there were things on the report that he crossed out for some reason. So yeah, you got it, TJ. You got it, TJ. I don't know how to stop. I really don't. The other morning. Milady, welcome from Nottingham. I love Nottingham. Welcome. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun at Nottingham Fair. And I remember, oh my God, how old was I? I was about 15, I think, when we went to Sherwood Forest. That was so cool. But welcome, milady. Oh, thank you, TJ. I'm just me. I'm just a sourpuss. I'm not sweet. I'm just an old sourpuss at times. Yeah, the other morning, I don't know when to stop. I don't know how to stop. I went through, and it was, stop sucking up and tell the truth. Hey Sam, oh gosh, I got to learn how to turn the notifications off on my phone so my phone doesn't fart and vibrate while we're talking. Sorry, folks. Sorry. So I'd done my usual, wake up at 5 o'clock and be awake until I don't know 7, 8:30. Then they took Annie out, and then they came back in, and Annie snuggled up, and I fell back asleep. And I went through. It's my mind just went blank. Um, it's now 9:39 in the morning, Norma. It's the Motorola Z Play. I didn't buy it. Somebody gifted it me. Oh, here we go again. 15:40. That's somewhere around 2 o'clock ish, 2:30 ish. No, I must have it wrong because. Where are you again, Norma? Honey? I think you must be. Okay. Canada. That's it. That's it. I knew it was that way somewhere. Canada is beautiful, Sam. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really is. I went to Quebec and we drove up. Oh, I'd love to visit Alaska. I would like to do a tour of British Columbia. It is cold right now. It is really cold there. Cool? That's cold. TJ, that's cold. I'm 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 a wimp anymore when it comes to the cold. Oh, Bedville, yes, yeah. You're gonna love that auto spell check thing. Now, see, TJ, I used to enjoy the cold weather, but not no more. I'm a bit old now for that. 14. Oh Lord. I don't know. Do you know what? I don't really know, and I can't look because I'm using my phone for this. So the PC brigade are trying to shut you down. Can't happen. Won't happen. Oh, oh, milady, that is absolutely amazing that you live near the forest and the goose fair. Wow. Do you go every year? Do you know, talking about the cold, it's so funny. We have two cats. The feral cat. Well, one's a feral cat, or was a feral cat, and the other is actually the neighbour's cat that lives 2 or 3 doors down that way. She pays for the vet, visits and stuff like that, but we feed the cat because these two cats have decided that they're okay, Sam. These two cats have decided that they are going to live on our front doorstep. Um, the neighbor tried to take her cat back after she'd been here a couple of days, and the cat was like, "Hell no, get away from me!" and wanted nothing to do with her mom. She was okay with her mom as long as her mom was just stroking her, but try and pick her up, forget it. Nope. So now she's been fixed, so it's not like this male cat is hooking up with her for, what male cats hook up with a female cat for. They've just become this odd, close couple. And it's like, all right, TJ. Thank you so much, honey. Huge hugs. Thank you for coming. I did the cat fight. Yes, I'm very good at cat fights. Not really. I hate cat fights. But the funny thing is, the female, she is the one that's domesticated. She has this big, beautiful fur coat on now. She has this big, thick coat, and she's quite weighty. I mean, she's put on an awful lot of weight since she's been living on our front doorstep. And the other thing, love you, TJ. I'll see you again, honey. Rhonda, hello. It's so good to see you. Welcome. So these two cats, the female sits there on top of we have this cat house out there, and we've tricked it out. We've put a nice warm bed in. We've put bedding on the bottom so that they're raised off the cold surface and all this kind of stuff. I mean, they've got blanket in there, and I mean, it's nice, and it's big as spacey. It's the old dog carrier. And then we also have this little igloo that we've tucked away, and because sometimes you see he's in the doghouse. Well, he's not actually in the doghouse. He has to go and sleep in the igloo. I think she kicks him out. But they snuggle up together. But the funny thing is, she is always out in freezing cold weather, in -degree weather. We got Eskimos, yeah, we do. She will sit on top of the doghouse, the dog carrier. She sits there and she's like enjoying the time out. And the male, he's only tiny. He doesn't have as much fur as she does. Bye-bye, Norma. Thank you for coming. Yes, it is time to get up. We did the exercise bit earlier, so it's not much of exercise. It's just moving to some music just to get us going. So it's nothing serious. So bye-bye for now, and I might be on tomorrow morning. I'll send out a notification prior to coming on, because I had people saying they were upset because they missed me because I hadn't sent out. So if I send out a notification prior to me coming on, at least people then know that I'm coming and to grab their cup of coffee and snuggle up and get ready for the day. So, yes. Thank you, Lee. So, with this, I am going to say, I'm going to get off because Norma is right. It is time to get up, and I need to go get a cup of tea too. So, and it is now 9:45, and I'm ready to go do something. What? I don't know yet. I have food in the fridge I need to put up and freeze because our company that was going to come on New Year's Day didn't come on New Year's Day, and I cooked a load of food. So I have to freeze that. Ah, it's nearing tea. It's tea time nearly over there, Fred. So I hope that you manage to get up and at least walk around. Thank you, milady. I hope you make it next time a little bit earlier. I'm usually on around 7:30, between 7 and 8. That's usually when I, first come on. And I was only going to stay for an hour, but it kind of overshot that because Sam came and she made me do it. So, yes, it's time to hide in the UK because the Rugrats are leaving out of school. School lets out in a minute. But talking to that, when I was a special needs nanny, somebody asked me how, because I used to end up with like all the neighbors' kids as well, and then the mother's friends' children and what have you. So sometimes I could have 10 children all at once by myself, all under the age of 5. And I had somebody ask me how I managed to put up with so many children, and I looked and I said, I just lock them in a closet. She thought I was serious. She thought I was so Scotty. You made it. I'm leaving. I'm sorry. I shall stay a few extra minutes, but that's all. But yeah, I said I lock them in a closet, and she actually thought I meant it. Oh God, it's like, no, I wouldn't do that to kids. I love kids. Yeah, it's funny how we always end up with other people's children. I don't have children either, so both your kids are autistic. Wow, 2. Are they from this? Are they the same parents, Fred? Yeah. Oh, that must be tough. That must be tough. Oh, you just woke up, huh, Scotty? Well, I shall send you another message. Each time that I'm coming on, I'll let you know. Well, you don't really know that, Fred, because there are other reasons for autism. It's not just genetics. They're finding out there's other things that cause autism. Oh, she was tested. It was so it was genetics. I'm sorry. It's all your fault. No, it's not your fault. We can't help the genetics that were dealt with. That's for sure. That is absolutely for sure. Things are just handed off to us, and we've no control over it. I mean, we might do in years to come. Oh, you're welcome, Scotty. Thank you for stopping. Thank you for coming in. I hope you've had a good cup of coffee or a good cup of tea, whichever wakes you up in the morning. Well, that's possible, Fred. I mean, there are different, levels of autism. It's the same with ADD. There's different types of ADD. I didn't realize, I had a problem. Well, I mean, I knew I had a learning problem, but I didn't really naughty in school. I can imagine. You're a bit windy, were you? Yeah, that's true, Scotty. It is. It is afternoon there. I'm sorry. I kind of misplaced you for a minute there. It is afternoon. So what were you doing last night that you just got up now? Oh, Sam, you little bugger. Oh, you know, I did think things, but I never acted on them. I must admit that. I mean, I might have OCD, but it's not that bad. Hit the headmaster with a broom. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Fred. I have this picture of this little 5-year-old running around with his long broom. And the teacher's running. Yeah, you see, now you're of a similar age to me. They didn't check. They didn't look for things like that when we were back. I can imagine exactly what you did with that, Sam. And it wasn't in the right place. I know. So, yeah, I mean, oh, a lot of coughing. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Do you sleep on a slight upslope, Scotty? I mean, or do you lay flat? Don't sleep flat. Sleep on a slight upslope. Well, that's true. That's true. I don't know why a teacher would take a Land Rover to school anyway. I mean, that's just asking for trouble. But yeah, back in when I was in school, Fred, and I know it was the same thing when you were in school, they didn't watch for problems, They just thought that we were being bad children, we were being awkward children, we were being lazy children, disruptive. Didn't occur to them I'm dyslexic. They couldn't understand. According to them, the reason why I couldn't read when I was 6 years old was because you never got caught. Nope, you shouldn't. Yeah, no, don't lay flat, Scotty. Lay at a slight angle if you have to. Put a brick under each side of your under the leg of the head of your bed, and that'll raise you up slightly. You don't want to raise it up too much because then you start sliding down down the bed. Yeah, I think, let me see. My first book that I actually read by myself was Dr. Dolittle. And I remember sitting on the back step. I got it from the library. We used to go to the library on a regular basis. And I would pick these books out, and of course most of them had big pictures in them. And I never really read the book because I couldn't read. I mean, some of the words I didn't understand what they were. I mean, some of them just didn't look like they were English at all. Yeah, exactly, Scotty. And you slide down the bottom of the bed and you go, wee! I once did that. I raised, I tried to, because, you start off and yeah, I ended up like sliding down the bed. It wasn't good. Oh, And that's the only book you've ever read. Now, I did become a reader, but it takes me a lot longer than normal to read a book than it takes any normal person to read a book. So, and now, if I start reading a book, I can read a paragraph or two, and then I'm out like a light. I'm just gone. 2 books a day? Hell, Sam, there's no way I could read 2 books a day. And why are they trying to shut the libraries down? That's true, Fred. The audiobooks. I've never tried that. I have a tendency though that my mind wanders. And I start thinking my own things, so I don't Rhonda, unfortunately not yet, honey. I'm going to be doing, I've been saying this for a while now, but I'm actually going to sit down and do it. I need to do an update. I can't, somehow I have a feeling I told you, I'm not sure, Rhonda, that, I was with Baylor in Texas, and after I was in the ICU this year, the pulmonary doctor there, Suburban, hi, honey. The pulmonary doctor there called Baylor up, and 2 days before I was due to go back to Baylor for a checkup, I got a phone call from Baylor that they denied me, dropped me. So I have to start the process all over again. Baylor was the only one that would talk to me while I was still weaning off the morphine. The rest of the transplant centers won't talk to me until I'm completely off the morphine. There's so much me signing off, I know. Mayo in Chicago have the process cleared with the insurance company, and once I've come off the morphine, finally, then I can call the Mayo and we will set up an appointment to start the process. Only problem is, it is Chicago and I'm in Kansas. That's a long way. Now, Barnes Jewish Hospital in St. Louis, Missouri, is one of the top transplant hospitals. In fact, it's the first transplant hospital that did double lung transplant and heart transplant. They said they would talk to me, but only after I've been off the morphine for 6 months. So, it's, I'm going to be going to a new pain clinic and working with a new pain clinic to finally get this done so that I can move forward. And I also have to get my teeth, something done with my teeth, and I think I'm just going to have them pulled and go from there, because that's the cheapest thing to do. No, Fred. No, Fred. I need injections. I need it all numb. I mean, I would prefer to be out cold, but they can't do that because of my lung function. So, I Rhonda, thank you. I just read the rest of what you wrote there, and thank you so much, honey. Thank you. I don't think I'm amazing. I'm just I'm just I'm just but we're still working on it. We're still going forward. We're still moving on it. So it's and I have things here that I can use now to help me keep going forward. So gotta keep going. So yeah, and it kind of miffs me off, that and Baylor sent me a bill for nearly $700. I'm like, oh, thanks for nothing, Baylor. So, but now I'm getting buttered. Yes, he is the Sweeney Todd of teeth, Sam. He even pulls his own teeth out when he needs to. I'm like, no. I've always been terribly afraid, passing out afraid. I mean, I don't pass out easily. There's not much that really scares me, except for the dentist. So I always looked after my teeth really well. And thanks to the British dentistry, rather than taking out my wisdom teeth, took out 3 teeth that were perfectly healthy to supposedly make room for my wisdom teeth to come through. Well, I had to have my wisdom teeth pulled anyway. But my teeth are shifting because they didn't give me the right thing to get my teeth in the right. They thought that my back teeth would move forward. Well, that's not what happened. I've still got gaps where they took the teeth out. And my teeth are shifting, you can see here. But my teeth are rotting and cracking and breaking because of the steroids and the medication that I've been on, and suffering with dry mouth, and yeah, Rhonda, they took out 3 healthy teeth, and this was back when I was, how old was I? I was 18. Didn't know any better. I mean, I know now, but yeah, I was 18. And they took out three healthy teeth because of my wisdom teeth. Why they didn't just go in and take my wisdom teeth out is just beyond me. I mean, they took my sister's wisdom teeth. They were impacted, so I mean, they had to go. Yeah. It is. It's luckily my sister still has good teeth. So but I did notice in my 20s, actually no, not my 20s, my 30s, that my one front tooth was starting to drop behind. So yeah, they can make your mouth. So I still have, on this side, I still have a wisdom tooth this side, but it's growing in this way. So, and the funny thing is, they didn't take a tooth out there, but they took a tooth out, 2 top and 1 at the bottom here. It was crazy. It's crazy. And I also found out that they because back in school, they had what was called a school dentist. And basically, it was the school of dentistry that used to come to school and they used to check your teeth. And I guess they had to have somebody to practice on. And I had fillings that I really didn't need. I was given fillings that I really didn't need. So most of them cracked and fell out. I don't know how long ago. Ooh, Rhonda. Yeah. Yeah, I had mine. I had 3 pulled, but they still. I mean, even after pulling my good teeth to allow for my wisdom teeth to grow out, my wisdom teeth grew in when I was in my 20s, and the dentist pulled them out, but didn't do anything about this impacted one. He left that one. But yeah, I can imagine if they were getting infected. I mean, oh, there's nothing worse than toothache. I mean, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I don't suffer much with toothache, which I'm surprised because of my one front tooth actually cracked and broke vertically. Oh, I bet you do, Rhonda. I bet you do. That's not a pain that easily. It's not a pain that fades, from memory too easily. It really isn't. It really isn't. Yeah, maybe you should have your wisdom teeth taken out. Wait a minute. Are you gonna have them taken out? Let me scroll back. Yep. Yep. It'll be better for you to have them out, Sam, than to have them in and making your mouth sore. It's just not right. So yeah, I don't like dentists too, and that's I used to always look after my teeth. I mean, before I had all the steroids and everything and got sick, and I used to with the breathing treatments that I used to be on, I used to get yeast infections in my mouth too, and being as ill as I was, I couldn't look after my teeth like I used to, so that didn't help the problem that I have now with my teeth, because the yeast infection actually ate the acid off, ate the enamel off my teeth. Exactly, Rhonda. They're in the wrong way. They're coming out the wrong way. Yeah, because with your fibromyalgia, I'm afraid that you'll probably end up with a flare up after you, just because you stress yourself out so much. Yeah, wisdom teeth are huge, Sam. Wisdom teeth are big. Oh, that's good. That's good, Rhonda. Now, the problem I often come across with dentists, and I always make sure I make them wait extra, is that they rub the numbing stuff on you, and then they go to put the needle in straight away, and I'm like, yo, no, you you gotta wait a minute, it's not numb yet. And then they do the injection, and then they want to start, you know, doing the whatever it is that they're doing, and it's like, nope, you gotta wait. You gotta wait. If you don't want me walking out this door, you gotta wait. Oh, that's wonderful. You see, you've got a good doctor. You've got a good dentist there. You do have a good dentist. You don't have any wisdom. Yeah. You see, I still have a little bit of wisdom. In this lower jaw down here. Still have a little bit of... Oh, no, don't yawn, John. It's time to wake up. Time to move. Time to do something. People to see, places to go, things to do. Yes. So, I'm a bit disappointed with myself. I'm going to do a video about it. The plants, the offcuts of the veggies that I made. Alright, Scotty. No, I'm still here, Fred. I haven't gone yet. You are so welcome. You are so welcome, Scotty. And I hope you have a good rest of the day. And remember, don't lie flat. So, I don't know if anybody's seen the videos where I have the offcuts of the veggies that I bought. Yeah, I do need help. The offcuts of veggies that I bought from, like the lettuce, I cut the bottom off the lettuce and put them in water to grow. Well, that's all well and good, but you can't leave. No, thanks, Sam. I'm okay right now. You don't need to kick my ass. But Christmas, bye Scotty, bye honey. But Christmas happened and I kind of neglected the fact that I have these, I do, Sam, and I will, don't worry, if I need help, I'll holler at you, as they say over here. And so, let me go get it, and I'll show you what's happened. Okay. I'm up and moving, yes. Now, the thing is, you see, you can't leave them sitting in water. They have to either be planted, or if you're going to do hydroponics. Oh, yeah, I know, honey. I'll holler at you. I know, hon. Kind of figured. Well, or if you're going to do the hydroponics method, you need to actually raise them so only a small portion of there's a small portion of the bottom of it should not be touching water, and there should be a small portion of roots, you know, that's in midair, and then the rest of the roots come down into the water. Well, Christmas happened and I kind of they were left in the water too long and they rotted. So, but that's okay, because next time we go, I shall throw these out after I've done a video. I shall throw these out. I shall disinfect this little container, because this container is great for a starting greenhouse type thing. And I shall start again. But this time I shall make sure that I have on hand. Yeah, it's completely rotted. It's mush, and it doesn't smell nice neither. That's why I keep the lid shut, really. Yep, they're completely and utterly rotted, and it's like, oh man, because they were coming on so well. They were getting to a point where they were getting ready for, for a trim. That I could actually eat some of them. So, but that's okay, because next time we go to the store, I shall just, do the same thing again. But this time I'll have other things prepared ahead of time so that once they've developed their roots, I can then transform them into the other things to keep them going. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to learn, and I'm also I'm also going to go up into the attic, because we have that rock wool in the attic for insulation. So I'm going to try the rock wool. Well, they're growing inside, and I will be continuing to grow these inside. That's what these are for. You see, my whole point is, if I have a double lung transplant, or even if I get listed again, one of their rules is no playing in the dirt. You're not even supposed to have house plants with dirt. No, at some point they won't. These are the ones that I'm trying, these experiment, they're going to be staying inside. And I'm going to see if I can do them inside in my window. But I'm also going to be doing some outside too. So, I'm going to be doing a bit of both. But the rule is no soil, no playing in the dirt, no playing in the soil. And I'm like, are you kidding me? One of the whole points of doing this is so that I can do the things that I enjoy doing, like gardening and playing in the dirt. I mean, they don't have to know. But, so anyway, I thought I would give, indoor hydroponics and indoor growing a go. And we have rock wool for insulating in the attic. So I'm gonna go grab some rock wool out of the attic, and see if I can do the rock wool method as well. So, this is all experiments to see what I can do and what I can grow. And it's also to try and encourage other people, because I know there's other people that like having house plants, but because they've had transplants or because they're on a list, they can't do it, and they're all afraid to do anything. They're given such a list of what you cannot do that people are so afraid of doing anything. They're literally afraid of living again. I mean, it's stupid. Yes, I keep glancing over at the clock there, Sam. You have kept me here an extra 2 hours. So, anyway, I am now going to say I'm leaving. Now that I've confessed to my murdering my plants. So, now my green onions, I did them right. They're, the bottoms of the green onions is not touching water. There is a certain amount that's growing, and I mean that the tops are like this long. So those I'm going to cut, and I'll be using those. My pea plants are still in soil, but I have peas. I have peas, folks. I have peas growing in my bedroom. So, but that's in soil. So I have to try, I'm going to transfer those. I'm going to try those with the rock wool method, but there's a little area outside that gets full sun. It's a real good area that I'm going to put in, or have somebody put in. Most likely I'll put in myself some raised beds so that I can at least do some food gardening outside. And I'll wear a medical mask. I'll wear a mask until I'm told I can't. And then I still might anyway. But shouldn't say that, should I? So, anyway, I'm going to go, folks. Thank you for joining. And if I'm up in time in the morning, I'll most likely I'll be on. And what day is it tomorrow? What day is it today? I don't even know what day it is. It's Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I might be on Saturday. I might be on for a little bit tomorrow morning, but again, it'll be early. It'll be early in the morning. So, thank you ever so much. I love you all. Thank you for making my days better days. Yes, PJ party. Exactly. Exactly, Rhonda. It'll be a PJ party in the morning. So, and I'll send, I'll post to Facebook, and again, like I did. So hopefully, if anybody wants to come, they'll see it. But I'll also do the normal, and I'll post half an hour ahead of time before or 20 minutes ahead of time. So hopefully, people will get the notification, because you know what it's like. You're still in your PJ. It's nearly time to go to bed there. No, it's not really. Well, that's okay, Sam. You're allowed. You're allowed. I'm not going to procrastinate anymore. I love you all. Thank you. Big hugs. Oh, big hugs. Bye. Have a good day.